live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.
With iHeartRadio and Z100, my name is Crystal Rosas. We have someone really special here next to us because...
Where is he?
Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, we're going to find him right now, all right? I don't know exactly yet.
All right.
But close to 6 billion streams,
Woo.
over 4 million followers on TikTok,
Whoa.
over 1 million on IG. These numbers go crazy.
Wow.
Played on Coachella stages, Lollapalooza stages.
True. These are all true things.
But now hanging out with us here at our
Yep.
Z100 Dunkin Latte Lounge, Alec Benjamin.
Woo.
Okay, now just before that woo, you got the mic to your forehead and you said,
Yeah.
"This is how I'm feeling right now."
I have 2 brain cells left.
What's going on? Have you been partying here in New York?
No
or what?
partying, but we toured. We just finished up a really great tour in the EU and the UK, and it was awesome. And I played 27 shows in 18 different countries. And it was a sold-out tour, which is tight, too. You know what I'm
Whoa,
saying?
no big deal. Sold out in the UK.
Yeah, it was fun. But I flew straight from there to here, and here I am.
How was that? How long was that?
How long was the flight? I slept the whole way, but it was like 8 hours. It's not so bad.
Is that how usually you are on flights or?
No.
Okay.
Normally on flights, well, lately, I don't, to be honest, the flying stuff is new again because, because of the pandemic, I wasn't really doing much traveling. So I feel like the way I behave now is not the same. For some reason, my fear of flying was, it went away during the pandemic.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're a little more comfortable on the flights. You can
Yeah.
walk up and down the aisle, not getting scared.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Or sleep the whole time.
Or sleep the whole way. And normally I'm just like afraid of, I feel like I get afraid when I don't have like control. Even if I'm like I'm not saying I'm a better pilot.
Okay.
I'm just saying like.
You would touch yourself.
Yeah. I just when I don't know what's happening up there. Yeah.
Well, you just got in, so thank you so much. I know it's probably a really long flight, and you got
I'm
some
happy to
sleep.
be
But
here.
now we're happy to have you because we're
Thank you.
celebrating some really awesome things
Yeah.
that you have. I mean, obviously now you're going on your U.S. tour.
Yeah.
More cities, I think like close to 30.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's gonna be great though. We'll see you there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm very excited. It's gonna be like we have a whole new show that we're working on, and I had about a month to rehearse. So I'm going like straight home into rehearsals, and we're putting a lot into this new show. So it's gonna be awesome. And I have, I put out a new album, so we have a lot of new songs to play and new arrangements, and it's gonna be wonderful. And to have the opportunity again after the pandemic to do what I love to do, it makes it all the more exciting.
Yeah, just on that real quick, do you feel like you really appreciated it more when you were just at home for so long? And
Yeah, I feel like I appreciate it more now, and I feel like maybe I didn't appreciate the opportunities that I had enough when I had them. So, this time I'm gonna really sort of soak it in and enjoy it. And also, I want to make sure that I'm doing my best. I feel lucky that I have the opportunity, to still be selling tickets and for people to, it's like it's not an easy time right now. So to have the opportunity to get out on the road and people are spending their hard-earned money on tickets, and I want to make sure that I give them the best show I possibly can. It's a really awesome privilege that I have. Yeah.
we're so lucky to have this version of you. I mean, we've always had a great version of you, but seeing that you've been working hard to work on these new songs,
Yeah.
Uncommentary, the
Yes.
album
Yes.
is here, and we're excited for it. So
It's here.
how do you feel? What were you going through when you were writing this new album?
Well, I feel like I was going through the same stuff everybody else was going through, and I think that the album is just sort of like my take on it. And I feel like, the title of the album is Uncommentary because it's my commentary on a lot of things that were going on, but it's uncommon in that, every person, although we experience a lot of the same things, what makes it unique is that, we all have a different perspective, and so this is my perspective, my uncommon perspective. Not to say that I'm unique in that everybody has their own uncommon perspective, but I also do think that some of the things I chose to talk about in my songs are things that people don't always touch on, so it's unique in that way as well.
I want to talk about that. Your
Okay.
first single that you have out, Devil Doesn't Bargain.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And, I was hearing you even just rehearse it. Yeah, you're talking about, relationships and maybe like negativity and someone that looks one way and could be another.
Yeah, well, I think it's like at the time I was just going through a couple of things in my life and in different relationships, and also I saw friends going through some things, and sometimes you keep going back to a situation that's toxic and not good for you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic interest. It could be a multitude of different things, but I think I had a few of them all happening at once, and then also people in my immediate circle were experiencing some of the same trials and tribulations that I was, and so it felt like important for me to talk about it in specific. Yeah.
I liked hearing your journey with like phone addiction.
Oh,
like
yeah,
going
yeah.
Through, I went through that too.
Yeah,
and
dopamine
anxiety.
addict. Yeah, I went crazy at the beginning of the pandemic, like, cause like also like I used to have like a healthy mix of like live engagements and in person to person interaction, like we're doing now, and then all of a sudden it all went to the phone, and it got like very, very toxic very fast, and I had to sort of like renegotiate my relationship with my social media and just life in general. And so I talked about a lot of those things too on the record, but I appreciate the question about that because I feel like it's a very pertinent subject, because a lot of people now are just sort of like figuring out like how to relate to social media and what to make of it and how serious should you take it and what does it really mean. It's like every time you post a picture you're like, do people like me? It's a lot of pressure.
So what do you do yourself to try to make sure you're not going back into those patterns?
I try to write songs about it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I try to tell people that I'm okay even though I'm not, sort of a fake it till you make it kind of thing. But I feel like when I'm honest with people and I tell them that I struggle with it, it takes some of the pressure off me and it puts it onto you guys, so then you could deal with it. Less my problem now. But I don't deal with it well. But I also realize that like the alternative is to have a complete breakdown, which is not great. So I try to play mental games too. Like sometimes I like if I lie to myself enough, I start to believe it. I'd be like, oh, like maybe people just didn't see the picture. Like it's really cool. Like maybe it's the algorithm. Sometimes a healthy dose of lying to yourself is good, just to like keep yourself sane. So I'd be like, it really was a great photo that I took, but it's I looked cute in it. She didn't see it.
The conversation of approval that we want from other people, and
it's my
the dang algorithm. It really is that.
It's my entire life. It's just blame it on the algorithm. That helps. Finding a healthy scapegoat, I think, is I don't know if it's a good long-term solution, but it's working right now. So.
It's working for you because we're about to see some of what you've been working on through
sure.
This music. You have a few songs for us.
Yeah, Nathan that's my manager. Is there a specific order I should play them in?
Go off, he said.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna do 3 songs.
Yeah.
The first song is gonna be this "Devil Doesn't Bargain" song.
The new one.
Yeah, and then the next song after that is called "One Wrong Turn."
Uh-huh.
And then after that, it's called "Let Me Down Slowly," which I have played here once before, a long time ago. Yeah. So this room and I have history.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And do you get
These
sick
walls, if they could talk, the stories they would tell. I don't know what I'm saying right now. All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. We'll be
Here we
right
go.
back after this. Yes.
It's useless, don't do this, it's hubris to try. He's ruthless, you knew this, I told you, didn't I? He's abusive, elusive, the truth is he lies. I know you don't want to let go, and just like before, I can see that you're sure you can change him, but I know you won't. The devil doesn't bargain, he'll only break your heart again. It isn't worth it, darling, he's never gonna change. He'll never be Prince Charming, he'll only do you harm again. I don't mean to meddle, but the devil doesn't settle. No, the devil doesn't bargain. The devil doesn't bargain. I'm not one to lecture, talk down to a friend. I don't mean to pressure, mean to condescend, but I just want what's best for you in the end. I know you don't want to let go, and just like before, I can see that you're sure you can change him, but I know you won't. The devil doesn't bargain, he'll only break your heart again. It isn't worth it, darling, he's never gonna change. He'll never be Prince Charming, he'll only do you harm again. I don't mean to meddle, but the devil doesn't settle. No, the devil doesn't bargain. The devil doesn't bargain. And I know you think he'll change this time, but I think that you will find the devil doesn't bargain, he'll only break your heart again. It isn't worth it, darling, he's never gonna change. He'll never be Prince Charming, he'll only do you harm again. I don't mean to meddle, but the devil doesn't settle. The devil doesn't bargain. The devil doesn't bargain. The devil doesn't bargain. The devil doesn't bargain.
I knew a guy, let's call him Jeff. He had a wife that up and left last Thursday night. She saw his text and she was mortified. It wasn't right, though he confessed that just one time he called his ex. She didn't buy it or accept when Jeff apologized. Now he's all alone. Something funny that I've learned is just how quickly fate can turn. How one simple mistake can take you out, 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 out. Something funny that I found is just how quickly worlds burn down. Make one wrong turn and you can't turn around. One wrong turn can burn things to the ground. I knew a girl, let's call her Jess, who took a drive to buy a dress but missed the light. As it turned red, ran into traffic. She took a right. If she turned left, she'd be alive. Would not be dead, she'd have arrived. But now instead, the end is tragic. Something funny that I've learned is just how quickly fate can turn. How one simple mistake can take you out, 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 out. Something funny that I found is just how quickly worlds burn down. Make one wrong turn and you can't turn around. One wrong turn can burn things, and the thing you didn't see coming is that Jeff was just his husband, and the ex he had to call's no longer into boys at all. It's all one big misunderstanding, like dominoes crash landing. Once the first one falls, they all come tumbling down, and now he's all alone. Something funny that I've learned is just how quickly fate can turn. How one simple mistake can take you out. Something funny that I found is just how quickly worlds burn down. Make one wrong turn and you can't turn around. One wrong turn can burn things to the ground. Oh, 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 ah, da, da, da. Oh, 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 This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sink, and your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy out you can show me. And if you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Yeah. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy out you can show me. And if you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling down. And I can't stop myself from falling down. And I can't stop myself from falling. I can't stop myself from falling down. Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy out you can show me. And if you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.
Sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. So let's do a quick review of those songs, because the first one, obviously your single, Devil Doesn't Bargain, we already talked about it a little bit, where you see, maybe it's about red flags. Like the song, I think, is just about red flags and trying to dodge them, right?
Yeah, I guess it's also just like, you know, if you've ever been in a situation where you're either telling yourself or you're telling someone else or someone's telling you, like, this situation is bad for you, but for some reason it's like, so the person or the situation is so magnetic that you can't help but be drawn back into it, and it can be very frustrating from either the perspective of being the person that is being hurt or the one watching someone that you love get hurt. So I forgot what the question was, but I feel like I answered it.
Yeah, no, you definitely did. I was just expanding on the song and,
Okay,
what
yeah.
it was about. And your second song was about fate and how just one wrong.
Yeah. So the way I was like done writing my album, and I was going to a session just 'cause I felt like I should write a couple more songs. And normally I like to like prepare before, but I slept a little late, and I was like on my phone while I was driving, like looking. Sometimes I look at like, I'll literally just look at the dictionary, or like I'll go to like a poetry site that is updated regularly and like look at the titles and see if any of the words in there like inspire me. And as I was doing that, I realized like, wow, I could die right now, like from doing this. And then I was like, sounds like a great song, actually. And then that's how the song started.
Oh, wait, it was so eerie because at first, like, you hear about the guy that cheated on the wife, and
Yeah,
then at
it's
the
like-
end, like, it turns out.
It's crazy. You could do everything right, and then like one small sequence of events, like, or like one decision that you make can set off a chain reaction that ultimately ends up in your demise. It's quite crazy.
It is.
Yeah. Hopefully, I haven't made that choice yet.
I
though.
don't think so. You're chill. We're killing it at the Dunkin'
Yeah.
Latte Lounge right now.
Also, it depends on how you look at life in general. You know, some people would say that it's not a it's a bad idea to sort of like divide it into like decisions when you know it's all just, we're all just one, man. Like it's all one big
Let it
thing.
flow the
man.
energy.
Don't try to like divide everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa.
There we go. Keep that in. And then the last.
As I was doing it, I was like, I don't even smoke, so yeah.
Don't even smoke, bro.
Yeah.
And then the last song we all know and love is about.
Let Me Down Slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about having your heart broken. Yeah, we were talking about that actually as we were walking up here. I texted someone, and I could tell that, you know, they're not texting me back. And then I said to everyone I was with, I was like, you know, maybe a good thing to do would just be to follow up. You know, like, hey, I haven't heard back from you. Is everything
a double
okay?
text.
I'm gonna come check on you. You know, something must be terribly wrong. You know,
Not the double text.
I clearly haven't heard back from you for some crazy reason. So I'm coming to check on you.
Bro.
Sorry.
Devil doesn't bargain.
Yeah, no, never mind. But yeah, it's about
away.
just like sort of like when you're I don't know what it's about. I'm telling you, I'm like I have 2 brain cells left. It's like
I know.
it's,
We're wrapping up right
Okay.
now. Don't worry. No, the last question was just wrapping up all those songs. I feel like you're really vulnerable with your writing, and we get that in this new album and all your
Yeah.
music. Do you ever get nervous? I mean, that's really scary to let your heart out like that.
It's scarier to be somebody that you're not, I think. And then, you know, I really do. That's how I feel. So I don't really feel like what I'm doing is brave. I feel like it's, you know, to pretend to be something else, that would be more difficult for me. So, and I also, like, I live by that. Like, my mom told me this saying. She's like, it's better to fall on your own sword than someone else's. It was like, if you're going to fail and people aren't going to like you, they might as well not like you for who you actually are, instead of who you're trying to pretend to be. So, yeah.
Deep. We're getting real. We're getting real deep.
Bro.
Okay,
That
Alec,
was
we are
mad
getting real deep.
Yeah.
Now we want to lighten it up a little bit at
Okay.
our Dunkin' Latte Lounge. I want to ask you if you can have one iced coffee because it's hot as heck. We're in the middle of a heat wave. Sorry, you're here for this,
Mm-hmm.
and ain't nobody got time for a hot
No,
coffee.
I'm from
but
Arizona. It's all good.
Yeah, you know about the desert life.
Yeah.
But okay,
He's from
Arizona,
Arizona, too.
homies, okay.
Yeah.
But if you could have an iced an iced Dunkin' latte with anybody.
I take an iced Dunkin'.
You're like, I'll
too.
dunk it. I'm dunking it.
If I could have it with anybody, who would it be?
Yeah.
Dead or alive?
Sure.
Albert Einstein.
Ooh, you have that's the one for you?
Yeah, I just want to ask him some stuff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us again at our Z100 Dunkin' Latte Lounge. Alec Benjamin.
Hey, thank you.
And we'll see you on tour.
All right, sounds good.
To see more videos like this, check out DunkinLatteLounge.com. And if you're posting on social, use the hashtag Dunkin' Latte Lounge.